This is the mindset that takes you from good to great, right? This is how you separate yourself from the pack. From all the 1%ers on IG, you know, have you seen all these reels, by the way? Everyone putting out reels. Oh, I'm not like everyone else, I'm in 1%. Listen, there's tons of people who do what you do, who do what I do, okay? We're not so fucking special. For some reason, I just have a kink towards becoming absolute fucking savage. So, you know, it is what it is. This is how I do it. And this is how people, this is what people respect, right? I've talked about this. People respect this type of effort. They respect savages like this. What I realized, however, you know, humans, we're the best at pattern recognition. There's no one better. Pattern recognition is our thing. And so I saw the pattern in my mind. I saw the pattern that whenever I did certain actions, I was like, wait, this wasn't this easy, this wasn't this difficult last time. I just leveled up. I was like, recognize this thing. Like, wow, if I just do this, bim, 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 and then wow. This is what I realized after the whole training with my friend back in the gym. I was like, this, okay, this. We put one and one together and get 2, right? And I got fulfillment from that, from demolishing the mental barriers, from being able to punch through brick walls with my mind. It sounds like some, you know, Chinese Aikido, what I'm talking about here, but I feel absolutely. Have you ever felt like a fucking god? You probably have at some point. If not, then, you know, I'm sorry for you. Your time will come soon. You will feel like a god because you'll watch this video and you'll be able to punch through big walls soon, just like I can, mentally. And I got fulfillment from that. I still get fulfillment from that, from just being an absolute savage and just, wow, this is fun, you know. When I got no respect back then in, like, I had no muscle, you know, I just started training, and I realized that if I just put 110% effort, I'd get respect. You know, all men want respect. Every man wants respect. Man who doesn't say doesn't want respect, he's lying, okay? So this was my way of earning my respect. I mean, I wasn't a professional athlete. I wasn't good at this. I wasn't good at that. And so, like, I found pleasure in the effort itself. And, you know, just trying to, just when people quit, it's like, I can keep going. I can keep doing this any day of the week, right? I didn't need to be the strongest, because I just, you know, you never quit. No quit, no quit, no quit. And also, it was an outlet for my aggression. It still is, you know. There's stuff that bothers me, just as it's stuff that bothers you. I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, some special because I have stuff that bothers me. There's stuff that bothers me just like you. And I use that. It's so nice because I use my mindset as an outlet for the aggression. We'll get back to this in a second, but it's like a big middle finger every time I'm able to just kick the bag 10 more times, because I'm heaving for air, and it's a big middle finger to everyone who doesn't believe in me, right? Just like it's gonna be a big middle finger to everyone who doesn't believe in you. You got this, I got this, so you got this. And it's so nice, you know, aggression. It feels nice when your testosterone is boiling like that. When you're able to go, you know? What's the difference, right? What's the difference between this and, you know, regular Instagram reelers, 1%, I'm not like everyone else. What's the difference? Well, good people, they're content, right? But great means ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. If you have read David Goggins' book, David Goggins' books, then you'll know this. It's ruthless. It means no compromise, no surrender. It's egotistical in a way, but it's not arrogant. You know, I was searching up terms for this when I was making this. I don't know if egotistical is the best word. My English is not my mother tongue, my native tongue. So I have no clue. But I only care about myself. When I'm in the action, I only care about myself. In a Muay Thai class, I don't give a shit what anyone else does. I am not stopping, okay? And it's not like, this is the difference, right? Egotistical but not arrogant. It's not like I'm, you know, like, fuck you, yeah? To the others, I'm like, fuck you in here. So, it's like, Okay, let's say this. If I said everything was what was on my mind, I'd probably be in fucking jail right now. I probably would get kicked out of the gym. And people would have fucking hated me. But this shit works. I don't have room for weakness. So if I see people quitting, I'm like, this is a win for me. Which is this last point, I guess, probably structured this a bit wrong. But like, if I see weakness, then I find enjoyment in that. I find enjoyment in feeling that, I can do stuff other people can't. Like, this is just the stuff with rich people, right? They get the Lambo, we don't have the Lambo, right? It's just the same thing. And ruthless means being ultra aggressive with this. Absolutely. Absolutely. You won't find anyone who is timid about being absolutely great. It doesn't exist. Never. Never, ever, ever has existed either. Alexander the Great, he's conquering this. Napoleon's conquering this, except for this shit movie that just came out where they painted him as a total simp. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I just want to say the last point. Don't be arrogant in discourse, except for those who deserve it. I mean, if people come to me and they start whining and, I give them a shot. They come to me and start, yeah, it was so tough today. And maybe I'll tell them, yeah, you don't have to think that way. You can just think that it's easy. And they start being like, yeah, what do you know about this? Bing, bam, bum. I have no clue. I have no problem telling them to fuck off. Okay? Because I don't want that shit around me. Like I said, the ruthless thing. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fuck you, right? The methods. How do you go about becoming a killer, a gorilla? Well, I'll tell you.Punishing small mistakes. Guys, this ruthlessness is just built into all this. But every time, this is a good example. Every time I am doing the push kicks or knees on my heavy bag after a session, if I miscount, like if I lose the count of which rep I'm on, I have to, punish myself. It's punishment. It's extra reps. I don't care. It's push-ups after. There's some mistake, punishment for a mistake.And you can put this into whatever, right? Okay, you didn't make the run today. Maybe you woke up late, maybe whatever, right? Okay, you do an action. You do something to punish yourself. It has to be, it doesn't have to be the biggest thing, but it has to be something. It has to be something. You have to punish these mistakes. This is what it takes. Stay present in the pain. Don't dream it away. I think of Fight Club if you haven't seen Fight Club, I hope you have. It's a great movie.When he pours the acid on his hand and this guy starts to yoga dream it away like it's some sort of fairy tale. I'm trying to block out the pain. Listen, we stay in the pain. We stay present. Some runs, maybe in the morning, let the thoughts go through, the morning run, and, use it as meditation like that. But for the most part, just stay present in it. It helps you so much. Long runs.That's when you become an absolute savage because you're locking in. You're in the hurt locker, as Goggins would say. You're in the hurt locker. There's nothing, you're impenetrable. What I do is I use past rejections and failures as fuel. You can use this, this for anything. Like if you've been through something where you got rejected, maybe you weren't good enough, maybe you didn't make the team, you go back to that feeling.Whatever you felt in that moment, that anger, that rage, you use that to fuel into whatever it is that you're doing. Whether that is tackling a guy on the football field, don't break his leg though, but when you're sprinting up to the ball, you can actually fuel some extra pace just from that. And creating enemies to fuel the aggression as well. So, have you heard of people who say, oh, don't have any enemies? Those are absolute retards, okay? You need to have an enemy. Everyone has an enemy.Every great person has an enemy. Alexander the Great, again, he has enemies. Napoleon has enemies. Every single one has enemies. I have enemies. There are people in the real world who do not like me. And I don't care, okay? And also, you can create the enemies in your head. People you don't like. People who, not just the situations, like when you talked about the past rejection, you don't necessarily use just the feeling, but you can use the people in those. I just want to make this last point that this all might sound like some psycho shit, some aggressive shit, but I promise it's not. I am a good guy, truly, but when I turn on this, it's like when you have to be able to turn up the switch. If you want to be great at this, then flip the switch. You have to be able to flip the switch. You have to flip the switch 100%. It's either on or it's off. If it's not fully on, then it's not on. It has to be on. And these are just some of the methods I use to do that. And I don't mean anyone any harm. Absolutely not. But I have to do my best in fueling myself, my efforts through that. It's just a method for doing it. But I know for a fact that this stuff works. Okay, I've used it for such a long time now. This is just one of many methods I use. I have more methods like this. This is very special. This is a different approach to what most people would probably tell you. And if you want more help with this, by the way, then I have a program called the Action Man Protocol. You can DM me on IG if you're interested in that. It's medium ticket. So, but if you're interested in becoming an absolute savage, then you can just message me. It's not just mindset. We go through fitness as well and absolutely level you up. If you're not interested in that, then join the community. That's non-negotiable. You should just join. I don't know why you're not joined yet. I'll put a link to that as well. We just had our first live call. That was absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to join there, get access to all my courses, get access to all my fitness programs, get to know how I'm a 245-pound ultra marathoner soon, then join there, okay? I promise you won't be disappointed. And that's it, all right? This is a bit of a different video. It's close to my heart. It's close to my fucking mindset, okay? You won't see anyone else talk about this stuff because most people aren't able to extract this information. What the fuck makes them tick like that? So here you are. It's served on a, silver platter to you. Go apply this stuff if you want, if you dare. If not, no problem. Take care and God bless. Boom!